Right. I'm a competitive player, man. I need some players. Well, this is it really is a great game, and you can definitely rank up a lot quicker playing online. 100%. But you gotta win. You gotta win matches. You know, if you don't win matches, you're not gonna get that gear. But if you win those matches, you're gonna get that gear.
I'm a Call of Duty guy myself. I don't know. I really can't. That third person just kills me. Can you change it like that? Can you put it to first person?
No.
No?
I think the one thing that bothers me the most is when you're in cover, how the view changes and it fucks you up because your backpack and shit get in front of you. That's the one thing that fucks it up as far as this particular view, bro.
Oh, he's got knocked out.
Hey, didn't Ezekiel Elliott sign a big-ass contract with Dallas? They gonna do the same thing with Ezekiel Elliott as they did with Tony Romo and lose all that money.
Yep. I live in Dallas, and I can't even watch Cowboys. Drive me nuts.
Grumpy, what up? Yeah, I don't know what was up with Whitaker, man. I told you that I didn't watch a lot of fights. Whitaker had a nice fucking jab, spinning heel kick combo that he was really good at.
Stop throwing elbows at me. How many times do I gotta go forward and back to back?
I need to go play online. I can't play with these guys.
Oh Lord, this is a long time.
You know, Bobby Streets, I actually like this game. I think the graphics are awesome. There's a couple of tweaks that they need to do. Laying down, you can't just back up. It turns your whole body. I don't like that. Oh, when you're lying on the ground. That's with anything, Bobby Streets. Look at UFC, man. Look at EA Sports. You have the audacity to talk about Ubisoft when EA Sports is the biggest hustlers in the game. EA Sports comes out with a new fucking Madden every fucking year. A new NBA 2K, a new NCAA every year. And they want to charge you money. And they want to charge you money. How long does it take to get good in a game? How much new shit can you put in a game to make it so different to where you come out with a new game every year, but you're trying to grind and hustle the public for patches and money and this and that on every game? EA Sports is the worst. I like the grind. I love the grind as far as having to grind for what you get. You know, on SOCOM 3, on PlayStation 2, in order to get the IDUP, you had to complete the campaign 3 times. 3 times you had to complete the whole campaign in order to get the best gun in the game. I love that aspect because not everybody wants to do the campaign, but I bet you if you do the campaign 3 times, you'll know the maps, you'll know how to shoot, you'll know the hiding spots. You know what I'm saying? So you really, really learn when it's a grindy game.
Eliminate everyone on the enemy team. No survivors.
I got a bad guy.
Target eliminated.
I got a bad guy.
Surveillance.
How much is this game, Mike?
Probably like $65.
Okay.
Taking rounds.
See, dude, I'm all about the online team shit too. I play League Play and Call of Duty.
Look, this game is awesome. The graphics are awesome. The shooting mechanisms on this game are way better than Call of Duty. It's not as fast, it's not as cartoony. You know,
Right.
Call of Duty is very cartoony. Call of Duty is very, very fast. Call of Duty seems like they give you little open small world maps with a million little hiding spots in it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is like realistic. Okay, there's trees and there's rocks and and it's, you know, it's not oversaturated with too many close points.
The surveillance system is ready to be accessed.
The sniping is good. The run and gun is good. When you're in a boxy area going downstairs, you can switch your view from left to right, but it seems like when you're going downstairs or if you get in a gunfight, it keeps switching my view to the left side. I like my view on the right side, so it's different.
The enemy
Oh, you're talking about when you hold your gun to your left shoulder, right shoulder?
Right.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to get my gear level up to 100 so I can at least compete with some of these guys. Some of these guys already got their gear level up to 140, 170, 200. You don't find a lot of guys with 200, but there's online, there's guys with 140, 160. And I'm at 90, so I got to get my gear up there to at least 130. What's up, Big Bear? Big Bear in the house. Big Bear, I appreciate your beautiful comments last night, Big Bear, about the commentary. Thank you, sir. Man, I can't express how much fun I had last night. Can't express how many fucking views we got.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time, man.
kill all the hostiles. Every last one. Got visual on me. Launching the drone. A surveillance system has just been located.
Hostiles are firing.
Oh, he's in the fucking building. God damn.
Oh my God, have mercy. Gotta love those cat fights.
I hear unsuppressed enemy fire.
Taking hostile fire. Teammate's been hurt. The surveillance system is ready for action.
Since everybody else is playing shooter games, I'm gonna jump on my shooter game. I almost bought PUBG. I was like, man, it looks fun, but I don't know. I think it's pretty popular in the YouTube community.
What, PUBG?
Yeah. I don't want to buy it and then it'd be like I went 10 years back in time playing this game. It's kind of choppy.
Enemies down. One enemy left.
Right. I can't, dude. I tried to play H1Z1. I thought I went, like I said, I thought I went 20 years back in time playing video games when I played it. I don't know.
Launching the drone.
Yeah.
Eyes on a hostile.
Dude, I was talking to my daughter about that yesterday. She was playing Minecraft, and I was like, she was talking about people making video games, this and this, and I said, this is basically an old school game. I mean, the way it used to look. And it's funny that now, you know, people in our age or our group look back at it like, the hell with that, but now the kids love it. So it's, I don't know, it's weird. It's like bell bottoms, or fucking skinny jeans, or whatever. I don't know. That makes sense.
Enemy drone is marked.
There you go. I'm waiting for the mullet. No, I live in Texas. The mullet's still strong, going strong here. Oh, I got you. What's the weather like up there? In the 50s?
A teammate's been hurt. I'm all busted up. Ghosts are down.
It's Texas already.
Ghosts are down.
I think it's a good game.
Damn.
I think this is an absolutely great game. But it's a matter of opinion if you like what kind of shooters you like.
Right.
The graphics are phenomenal. Tell me anything about the game that you don't like, and I got another alternative that might change your opinion. You can't say you don't like it.
I like the graphics. I watched a couple of your streams before, like you were talking about the waterfall and shit. I was looking at it, I was like, damn, the graphics are amazing. I just don't know if I can, on a competitive edge, work with that third person. I don't know. I want to give it a shot, though. Mm-hmm. What about like footsteps and shit? Can you hear the other guys running up on you? Or?
Hunt and kill every enemy. Leave no one standing.
Right.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
The one thing about this game is that in all other games, especially Call of Duty, they give you an opportunity to make your character here, put this on your character, but you can't really see your character. This, you can actually see your face. You can see the gear. You know, everything about your character you can see. The graphics on the other characters are phenomenal. That's one thing great about this game.
A new surveillance system has just been ID'd.
Have y'all played Gears 5? I heard that it was the clunkiest game out right now. It's just clunky and just fucking horrible, I heard. I don't know. I mean, dude, I got like 2 games, UFC and Call of Duty. I need to buy new games. It's driving me crazy. It's like making video games not fun anymore. Like the same grind. Right. I honestly, dude, I'm all about competition. Okay.
The surveillance system is ready for access. Start hacking.
I think I'd be asked. Started.
Teammate down.
Interesting. I heard you can get black. Oh, okay. Cool. No, story mode shit. I think Detroit was amazing. I like Detroit. That game was crazy.
Target eliminated. Got a bad guy over here.
Dude, take 2 hours out of your day. Mike, take 2 hours out of your day. You guys check that game out. It's amazing. It's freaking crazy.
One of your teammates injured.
Oh, it is, dude. It is. I mean, you're half the game. You're kind of just making decisions for your character to do certain things, and then the other half you're actually playing. It's really cool. Also, Until Dawn, that is an insane game. Also, it's got the butterfly effect. You can never play the game the same time twice, the same way twice, because of decisions you make throughout the game. Dude, Until Dawn is pretty good. Okay, cool. He said, ah. All right, fellas, I'm going to take a 5-minute orbital break. I will be right back.
You telling me we lost all 8 players in a fucking game? That's ridiculous. There we go. I want to go play some Final Fantasy. I missed my game. I think the fact that it cycles through different maps is good, so people don't pick the same map. I think this is garbage right here. The transitioning into games for one person is ridiculous. If they would open it up to 16 on 16, they wouldn't have this garbage shit. They could start the game. They could start the game with 12 on 12, and not have to worry about waiting 3 or 4 minutes of the public's time, waiting on one fucking person on the bottom. The new Star Wars game is coming out. Man, they just came out with one last year. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. The public, they come out with so many different games that the public is not playing. You know, back in the day when there was, 30 or 40 big games, now there's fucking hundreds of games that these kids can go play. So they're not out there fucking playing, UFC and games that they can't dominate. If they can't dominate, or if they don't want to spend the time in it, they find another game that's a lot more fun, like Pokemon, or, look at all the different games that they have on tablets and phones, and then you're trying to appeal to the public that are playing PlayStation 4. What about Xbox? You forgot about them? That's all I'm saying.
They're just finally going to release Red Dead on computers. Computer company that all Red Dead since it came out.
Surveillance system located. Eyes on a hostile. Enemies down. Good kill. Enemy drone detected. Hostiles are firing. Got a back. Get hacked. The surveillance system is ready to be accessed. They can't see me anymore.
They see me.
Target down. Target down.
Hostiles in my sights.
One enemy left. Target eliminated. All enemy forces have been eliminated.
I'll take that, man. I can kill somebody every now and then. Let's get it. Don't let these Cowboys come back after Green Bay's winning 31-17.
Eliminate everyone on the enemy team. No survivors.
How do you not like the graphics in this game, man? I mean, I'm just saying.
Tracking an enemy drone. A new surveillance system has just been ID'd.
No, I went to go fucking take a break, and then my dog breaks out of the house, starts chasing another dog down. I just ran the entire block barefooted to catch my dog. That sucks.
You're not breathing hard.
No, I quit smoking like, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years ago, and I really noticed that it helped out a lot. So, I mean, I try to keep in shape. I try to eat good too. It scared me more than anything. I was like, fuck, I don't mind chasing the dog, but it had this little chihuahua in front of him. He was after it, dude. I was like, oh my god, damn. Excuse my language, but I was looking at troubles right there. But I diffused the situation. All right.
The surveillance system is ready for access. Start hacking.
Dude, this is honestly the best shit I ever did. Greatest thing I've ever done. I mean, I sleep better, I wake up awake, you know, food tastes better, I can breathe. I'm not spending a shit ton of money. Holy shit.
Hostiles are shooting.
Well, that's understandable. 3 packs a day, holy hell.
Hostiles are shooting. Enemies down. Good kill.
They lost me.
Your team just got to the surveillance system and activated it. I'm being targeted.
Right. There you go.
Target down.
I don't even like being around me.
Think I'm lying?
Hey, better late than never. Hey, where's my beer at, woman?
Target.
You took it aside?
Single enemy remaining.
Not with chasing that dog, I set my damn beer down. I'm not gonna find it.
Huh?
Enemy forces have
You make me drink? Yeah. I like how he spoke to him after. I bet you he was mad. Look at. He was mad. His teammate, the Green Bay, walked up to Dak Prescott and said, "Why you throw that interception, punk?" How come every time a quarterback throws an interception, they go back to the bench and put their head down? Oh, man. They all go to the bench. Every last one of them go to the bench and put their head down.
Did you get your break?
No, she didn't make it for me yet.
Really?
He's trying to get cussed out right now.
Hold on, Lou, slow your roll. She said you trying to get cussed out right now. Yeah, that's it. I just asked for the drink. That's it. See? That's how women are, bro.
A surveillance system has just been located. Enemy marked. I'm marking a hostile. Sending my drone out.
Oh, Cowboys win now.
Right, I'm pinned.
Hear me?
You watching the stream, Lou?
So, how about the Cowboys?
Watch.
Surveillance system is ready for action. Enemies down. Good kill.
You guys see that? How you like that melee?
That's nice.
Hey, what's up, Adrian?
Fucking hot. I wish the summer upon me again.
I'm taking fire.
I'm getting an iPhone 11.
Target down. Target down. Healing. Cover me. I'll take you out. They're shooting. Teammate down. I'm hurt.
Do you have some knowledge about how the banks and central bank is creating
A teammate is hurt.
About how the central banks are creating money, what?
Yeah, how the central bank is creating money and is leading it to the American state. You have some knowledge about it. Did you look into it?
No, sir. No knowledge.
Enemies down. Good kill.
It's a little bit wicked.
I'm hearing enemy fire.
The American state is leading the dollar from a private bank. If you names like Rockefeller or Rothschild.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, of course. I've heard about that.
And they are leading the main one for the state. The state has to pay the interest. As I said, if I would prove $100 and I leave it to you, and I like to get the 5% interest, you are able to give me $105.
Target eliminated.
So you need to get
The
another
enemy hacked the surveillance system. Now you're being tracked. Your team contains no limits. All ghosts are behind you.
would be able to get rid of your death, you know?
I haven't thought about it.
There's not so much money.
Go ahead, I'm listening, because there's not so much money.
Money likes the death part because the interest isn't calculated. So, like I said, if I put $100, I like to get $105 back. On the market, so it's possible to pay the money back.
Your butthole.
By the way, Lou, you talk shit to my girl, and guess what she did?
And I'm gonna go hide now.
Hey, look in the camera. I got a drink, guys. She gave me a drink. You know, I don't drink drinks like this. So if I get a little out of hand, it's supposed to be Better Sunday. If I get a little out, you made it stiff. That's great. Oh.
Kill all the hostiles. Every last one.
You guys see the expression on my face when I took that drink? Matter of fact, I'm choking not on the drink, I'm choking on the alcohol smell coming from the drink. Oh, now you're talking smack. You better watch your mouth. You better watch your neck and your mouth. Your back and your neck. I gotta go brush my teeth, man. I ate that soup. I want to go eat some more soup, but my teeth are like, ah. Oh, that stew's the bomb. Don't be jealous, Lou.
What is it? Stew?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
She put it in the crock pot with the juices.
That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say.
See, now she gonna talk shit. She says I may be able to smoke, but when it comes to drinking, she came with the thumbs down. Fuck you. Oh, I'm sorry. This is PG rated. Oh, you know, I mean, yeah, shoot, she was smoking before me, Lou. Really? Yeah, really, Lou. For real. I love when you say that. Hey, I swear to God, on my next T-shirt, I'm gonna put, for real? I swear on my next T-shirt, for real? You got knocked out? For real?
Yes, what I wanted to say at the beginning to get to my conclusion, if the state is leading the money for the bank, and we say that money is leading the bank, we can be sure that not Donald Trump, Obama, or somebody else is called president is running the country. You need to look to the, or you need to follow the money, and then you will see who's running the country.
By the way, don't think for 1 second that we didn't think Obama was a puppet to the system, just like the majority of politicians. I absolutely 100% agree with you. But Donald Trump has a different alternative and a different motive. He wants to go down as the man. You know, he is not. He's on a political motive to upbase his personality and his money and his stock and his name, and his family's future. That's what he's all about. So, but all the other presidents, I'm in agreement with you. They're puppets, but Donald Trump's different. Donald Trump has a big ass base, of rich motherfuckers that got his back. Seriously.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you look back at Kennedy, Kennedy was killed because he was printing the own money for so he doesn't have to need the money from a central bank.
They're watching me.
He can collect the whole money without paying US $2.
One of your teammates is injured.
Made the money official and it came out, and he was killed a couple of days after. So now that's so much people didn't like this to lose money.
I think Kennedy's death goes way deeper than the fact that he printed money and right before he got killed, he had money. I think it goes deeper than that. I don't think it was about money with Kennedy. Kennedy was a public people person, and when you're a big public people person, back in the day, it was easily to be touched. They didn't have the CIA like they got right now, knowing that the motherfuckers are gonna kill people.
Target down. One of your teammates is injured.
Ooh, Oswald? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Now, now I have to ask you a question. What was your last comment? What about Oswald?
Do you think that Oswald
Was the one who killed him? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. When you ask me that question, bro, that's like asking me, do I think we walked on the moon? Look, I can't verify whether or not we walked on the moon, bro, just like I can't verify whether or not Oswald killed, but according to history, we have to believe in our history that our history is 80 to 90% correct. So that's the only thing that I'm basing any knowledge on is history, Lou.
But isn't history written by people who have the power, right?
Right. Not necessarily. Back then, but you know what? They got video phones and they got video history now. It's not, history is deeper than writing shit on a piece of paper now. You understand? History is deeper than, history is deeper than writing stuff and putting stuff that's going to be, because they got video chips, they got computers. But I will say this, that to write something down is way more powerful than to enter something on a computer. It's way more powerful to write it down, 100%.
Target eliminated.
To see the difference between the truth and the lie, so
Okay, let me ask you this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a big question. Do you think that what was your question, that they don't see it? I think that a lot of people don't want to see the truth, Lou. I think that a lot of people, I'm going to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, but I think that a lot of people are in their own element. They're in their own zone, So if a guy is making money and he's got his business, and then you have another guy saying, man, I'm in this neighborhood, my company's fucking sucking. Well, you think the guy that's making money really gives a shit about the guy in the hood that ain't making no money? Man, I give a shit about that guy, man. I'm over here handling my business. So then they say, the guy in the hood says, well, that Donald Trump, but the guy that's making money, he's doing his own thing. So he's saying, okay, everything's okay with Donald Trump because I'm thriving. You know, I'm okay. I'm doing good. You know, I don't know, Lou.
Yes, they don't watch it from objective perception, you know, standpoint. Like you said, they often mix it with their own feelings and they don't see it in a logical way.
You know, I really look at it on the aspect of a lot of people are comfortable, that's the word, in their own life, in their own world. And a lot of people don't want to make waves. A lot of people don't want to speak up for what's right. Because when they speak up for what's right, then they're criticized. You know, if they speak up for what's right, they might lose their job. If they speak up for what's right, they might go to jail. If they speak up for what's right, they might get shot. So a lot of people just are hush-hush. And in my opinion, society has become a lot of fucking conservative reserved people that don't say shit and don't want to say shit. You know, but in all reality, that's what makes us who we are as people, to be able to express our opinions and our feelings no matter what, unconditionally. That's what is called freedom of speech.
But isn't it better to know something than have an opinion, you know? It would be better than that's the...
Well, of course. Of course. That's silly. Okay, who are you going to believe, the bum on the street or a teacher that fucking teaches like Jason Morris? Hold on one second. The bum on the street ain't worried about nothing but eating food. The teacher is worried about elevating his mind and teaching other students to elevate their minds. So it's a different concept. Of course I believe that, Lou.
Yes, I think there's also a problem when we have so many chiefs, you know, because like you said, nobody's standing up and say something that is happening.
Look, the one thing that I will say is people can like me or don't like me, but I'm going to speak up for what I believe in and what's right. If they come in my door and they kill me, then guess what? They come in my door and kill me. But I'm a motherfucking outlaw of patriotism. I'm a real patriotism. Patriot, excuse me. I'm a real patriot. You know, all them guys say, I'm a patriot for America. I got my guns and I'm ready to go. No, I'm a patriot for America to fucking open up the minds of the people to say, hey, do me a favor. Don't think like what everybody else thinks. Think on your own. If you have an opinion, express your opinion without reservations and don't worry about what other people think. That's what I'm here for. I ain't got to carry a gun to be powerful. I ain't got to carry a gun on the street. I ain't got to carry a gun on the street to have an impact on people. I don't care if I didn't have a YouTube. I got people in my clubhouse right now saying, hey, so-and-so, Mike, we miss you. Everybody misses you. Yeah, okay, you motherfuckers miss me because you know what? You know what I bring to the table. I bring that energy. That's why when it comes to commentating, Lou, let's count the amount of views that a person has. I got 1,400 views and I got 8,100 views last night. I got 1,400 subscribers, 8,100 views on the channel. Look, if I keep doing what I'm doing, this channel is gonna blow the fuck up. 40 subscribers last night, 40. So I think I got a magnetic personality. I went and did Lucky You and auditioned in front of the man that was doing Lucky You. I did Brian Grazer, the guy that was the head mile from 8 Mile with Eminem. You know, Brian Grazer, he's the one that fucking gave me my auditions. I know for a fact that I have it. I have the potential to bring people in. I have that energy. I can give you what you want. I give you that positive energy. I'll give you everything different than what other people think that they can give you. I'm that good.
You definitely got something special about it. And that you're not somebody who's
I always believe in respect, man. If there's somebody older than me, bro, matter of fact, they ain't even got to be older than me, but just give me respect. You know, if you're in your fucking 20s Don't talk to me, bro. Don't talk to me. Don't. If you're in your 20s, don't even talk to me. I got too many life experiences for you to even compare to what the fuck I got going on. So, but you know, if you're in your 30s and 40s and stuff like that, you know, I'm down with that. Give me some love. I just got sniped over here. I'm gonna get shot. I'm gonna get shot from the right. Here they come.
A bomb's been armed at Objective A. Don't let the hostiles defuse it. Grenade, get down! I'm taking hostile cover.
Now I'm not gonna move until they get on it. Let's see if I win this match for us. Let's see if I win this match. See if I win this match. I'm the one. Oh, get the fuck out of here. You sniping demon-eyed pussy. I hope you guys lose this motherfucking match because you guys ain't moving. Guy sniping from a million miles away. Defend that shit, bro. He's in a good spot, though, I think. As long as that bitch don't go off, he's in a great spot. He's in a great spot.
Target eliminated.
Yeah, that guy's camping back, that little fucking punk, the one that sniped me. They're gonna lose this map because of a sniper. Yeah, you keep sniping back, punk. 30 seconds, there's a guy on it, you gotta kill him. See that yellow mark? Don't move up, but there's a guy right on it, bro. He's up at the top of the hill, he's good. Don't even worry about him. Don't move up, don't move up. Oh, nice, last guy. Oh, if he gets shot, we could be fucked. That's game. Good shit.
I got a back on it.
Target down. Only one hostile left standing.
By the way, great benefactors in the house. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, great benefactor, man, I have got to put my donations up there because it is not fair for great benefactor to keep donating every day or every other day. I don't care if it's 50 cents. If you donate every day at 50 cents, add it up. Who gives a shit how much it is? But the man comes in here and donates every day, every other day. He sees me on the stream and shows his support like nobody else, man. And you know what? I respect him because he'll say, Mike, we need to do it this way. Or Mike, hold on 1 second. And I'll take in what the fuck he's got to say, Lou. You know what I'm saying? I really respect great benefactor. You know, Mike, we shouldn't be talking about that. Mike, we don't want to hear about that. Great benefactor, you know what I'm talking about. You told me that yesterday. Mike, we don't need to hear about that. You're right, Great. You're absolutely right, brother. Great benefactors.
Because he has the best interest in your stream.
Every other day, every day. He told me I called him out. Great benefactor, you donate to my stream every day I stream. And then he like, Mike, don't be calling me out like that. I don't donate to your stream every day. And then I said, okay, all right, great. Call it what you want to. Okay, I'm with you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you say, great. Don't worry about it. But it's the fact that, they're the same thing with Danny Castro, you know. Danny Castro's on the stream every fucking day, man. You know, for hours and hours and hours. How do you criticize a person that has so much dedication and devotion to me? Not the stream, to me. Because that's the reason why he's logging on. You know, I mean, I love the shit out of Danny. You know, Danny, you know, everybody got little problems and everybody got to work on their problems, including myself. That's why I Be Better Sundays. You know, so judge lest you be judged, everybody. Remember that. Right, Lou? No, Mike, I disagree with you on this one, Mike. I'm hoping Dallas is going to lose and they don't pull a rabbit out their hat. All you Dallas fans out there, don't get mad at me when I say this, but I am not a Dallas Cowboy fan. And Lou is not a Dallas Cowboy fan. Are you, Lou? You're not a Dallas Cowboy fan. Right. We got two people that... Wait, hold on. Clear your mic, Lou, and say it because you're kind of muffled. Say it again, please.
Maybe Loki, because he's living in the
Oh, man, I'm sorry, Loki. I'm so sorry that your team is losing. But you know what, my girl clowned me today, Loki, because guess what? Don't think that Lou wasn't in the motherfucking room when fucking my girl was clowning me about the fucking Bears and the Raiders. Remember, Lou?
Okay. Nah, dude, I live in Dallas, but I want the Cowboys. I'm not even watching them now. So, no Cowboys.
I know if I move, I'm going to get shot. I'm not going to go in and kill this Kano character. I'm going to let them handle him. I know if I move, I'm going to get shot.
Who's Dallas playing?
Green Bay.
Green Bay, okay. Yeah,
they're down by 10. They came back. You know, Dak done thrown like 2 or 3 interceptions right now.
Oh, shit.
All right, I lied. He threw 2 interceptions.
Too many.
Too many, goddammit, you're right.
I'm hearing enemy fire.
Man, I'm gonna have to flank these guys over here, man.
Target eliminated.
It's looking like the balls that sports out there, the streets, the masses,
Yes.
political stuff, and also from village.
I absolutely disagree with that. I think sports are good. I think sports are good for your health. I think sports are good for communication within children. I think sports breed.
And as a viewer, but also that sport has a large audience.
I think sports are nothing but positive. If you can be the best in your sport, that lets everybody know that they need to get better.
I'm taking my
Sports, the railway idea as an example when it comes to baseball, so rules about the stuff.
Enemies down. Good kill.
God damn it, I'm hurt.
It's the truth, and anyway, it's just a game at the end, you know, and don't get any religious words, which is important.
Teammate down. I'm being targeted. One of your teammates is injured.
This impacted my life. In a big way, it's more like I wasted my time for something, and I got the feeling for it.
I think sports and political are on 2 different levels, 2 different platforms that are not even comparable. Because you want me to tell you why? Political, no matter what kind of political views you have, you can always go to the Olympics and get supposed to get fair play in the Olympics, and that is supposed to unify countries beyond their political views. Think about that one. How about that? Was that a beautiful, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. What do you think?
Enemies down. Good kill.
What do you think, Loki? Before I say something.
Oh, I think sports are good. I agree with Mike, but I understand what you're saying too, Lou, about, I don't know, like a distraction almost, you know. I agree with both of you guys.
I think that there are better ways to unify countries than having a kind of game, you know, and maybe come together and speak about how can we make the world to a better place instead of killing each other around the year, going to different countries, invade them, and having an Olympia every 4 years, you know. I really have to say one big thing, and this is going to cut this off so you understand the root and the bottom. Sports aren't there in the beginning as a child when they come up. Childs come up and they learn how to play sports, and they evolve in the sport.
and then at the very end, they become the culmination of the sport. So when you say that the sport, it all comes from the child in the very beginning that gets good at that sport, that evolves in that sport. They're not a human being and say, okay, I'm going to join sports just so, you know, and it might be a political view. These kids have done this from the very beginning, and they're not thinking about political views. They're thinking about playing basketball and making that basketball in that hoop, or doing gymnastics and hitting that backflip. They're not thinking about, well, maybe when I get older, you know, I can do some political shit. I mean, I'm just saying that because what happens is you have to understand where the sports are evolving from. The sports are evolving from the children working out, getting good, exercising, eating right. You understand? So, I mean, we're talking. There's my optimistic point of view. How about that?
Of course, I take it, and I would add that a child looks up to a role model like a professional football player and says, I like to be like this person, but at the end it is only, like I said, a sport, you know. You don't get any knowledge which is important for your life and how to
Get to one of the objectives.
see how life is working out. So maybe if you be a pro player later on, you get money and you can do this kind of stuff, but at the end you are looking up to a role model. It would be much better to have a role model which is preaching what he does, like making the person a better one, you know?
Oh, I got one for you. How about this? Here's an optimistic point of view to your statement. Do you think that kids are playing sports because they look up to their role model? You think they're playing basketball because they look up to Michael Jordan? Or you think they're playing basketball because they enjoy the game? That's a big question. Think about that question before you answer it. You know what I'm saying? People, the kids...
They like to play, it's a game. They
right.
like to have fun.
Right, but in between playing the game, there is what they call, they're out there on the basketball court as 5 years old. They ain't never heard of Michael Jordan because they're 5 years old. But now all of a sudden they're on the court and they see the kids. Man, I shoot like Michael Jordan. And that 5-year-old says, who's Michael Jordan? So now all of a sudden the little 5-year-old says, okay, Michael Jordan's the best basketball player. Okay, I want to be like him. But yet they started playing basketball before there was any knowledge of a Michael Jordan. So the sports come first before there's any political views, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it was fun. We joined sports because it was fun.
I mean, the one thing that I love about this conversation is that we can talk and have a good time about talking about it. I like it.
Yeah, me too. It's interesting to hear different opinions on this.
Exactly. I agree with your concept, Lou, 100.
Yeah, I would say this is true, that a kid is starting a sport because the kid likes to have fun while playing it, you know?
Absolutely. So that's where it... Go ahead.
You know? When you don't have so much time, like when you was a child, you begin to watch the sport at the TV, on the TV or something else, you know, so you're not actively playing it anymore, or maybe in a club where you live in, but it's, how could I say it, a man should grow up when he's grown up, so he don't need this kind of stuff anymore, playing games, you know. If we are talking the truth, it's like the best way.
I think sports are healthy. It's healthy. We all compete at something or other in life, and I think it's a healthy way to compete. You know,
If Lou,
with their bank books and this, that, their cars, whatever.
if Lou says the subject and we're talking about sports and politics, in my opinion, I think those should always be totally 100% separated and not mentioned in the same subject. Unless, hold on, unless you're talking about people that are in sports that are illegally doing fucking shit and it's politically related. How about that?
Agreed.
When my view from the top is that I could see that that the politics and also other companies and people who has power are using this as something to control the masses, you know, to distract them from what's happening in the real world, you know. Like I said, it's not important for you, or it doesn't have impact on your daily life. If the Cowboys or another team is winning, you just have a quick emotional reaction. But if they are talking about something in the White House and they like to introduce a new law and that the people are voting for it, you know, the people are not doing their homework and they rely on opinions they heard before on the TV, you know. So, like I said, in my opinion, it's related to politics because the politics is using it to distract the masses from the real world.
Sports are supposed to be fun.
Yep. I agree. Fun.
Politicians and political shit is never fun. Unless you are absolutely like a game, unless you are absolutely dominating your political opponent. There is nothing fun about being Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck what you say. Donald Trump, whether or not is with his narcissistic mind, he thinks he's invincible. He better understand that he's not invincible and his family is not invincible. You know, nobody is above the law. And he will soon, and the American public will soon find out, all good things come to fruition. They come to light. They come to light, Lou.
As an example, do you think that democracy is working, or do you think that democracy is a system which would never work out in a big state or country?
Well, it is working out in a big state in a country. It's working out here in the United States. It's not working out.
It's working out fine, or?
Well, it's not working. It's not working out fine because it's all about control and power of the world. Okay, it's all about control and power of the world and who's in control. So I mean, how can you say democracy works when you're supposed to vote on something and you got a president that got outvoted by 1 million people, but yet he's still the president. But because the land and the geographical basis of the United States allow him to be president. A lot of people don't understand. What are you talking about? I'm talking about electoral votes. So, anybody else that want to say something, watch your mouth.
Everybody should get a vote because not everybody got the same knowledge, but the neighbor
not everybody has the same knowledge, Lou. Not everybody has the same knowledge, but I think that everybody should have a vote.
As an example, when you try to compare it to medicine, do you think it would be the best way that the masses are trying to vote for the best doctor, or let people choose who got knowledge about the topic?
Well, you know what? You could say whether or not you want them to have knowledge about the subject, but you know, I mean, knowledge is always the most important. I mean, who do you want to get your information from? A crackhead on the street? Hey man, I know about getting money, man. I know about getting money. Or do you want to listen to Bill Gates? You know, I'm just saying, I know how to get that money, man. I know how to get that money. We could go rob this lady over here. We could go ahead. We could get that lady right there. We get that gun right now. We smack her in the head. We take a person. We might get away. Or you talk about Bill Gates. You talk about somebody that knows how to get money. Or you talk about somebody that acts like they know how to get money. You know what I mean? I don't know. Am I right? I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Yeah, no, that was the same example I gave in another way. Like you are saying the same thing like I do, that I rather go to professional or to an expert than going to the next guy on the street.
I mean, I'm just saying I'd rather go to an expert, bro. If I'm shot, man, I'm not trying to get no fucking surgeon, not a surgeon, but an intern to come in and stitch me up. You know, I'm trying to get a real doctor in there. I'm not trying to get somebody that's just learning. Fuck that. Go learn on a dummy. Don't learn on me. I'm not your dummy.
That's like going to get surgery in Mexico or something like that. You not do that. A lot of people in Texas could do it, man. They go to Mexico and have surgery for cheap.
To save money,
hey,
man.
Hey,
yeah,
all bullshit aside, if you got your mouth messed up and you need your grill, you can go to Mexico with cash money and they will hook you up. Now I'm not saying that they can get that 100%, like, or if Americans get it at 95 or 90, they can get it at about 80 over there in Mexico, 80 plus. You know, they can be real close if you go down there. If you go down there with cash to get your mouth fixed, they'll pull all your teeth out and hook you up for cheap.
Oh, you'll die. It's like kind of 50-50, I think.
Crap.
Horror stories.
Yeah, Mike, that's why
I'm listening. That's why what? You stuttering, John? Say something. Spit it out. Come on.
No, I thought that somebody was saying something to you in the background, so I was stopping. Yeah, that's why I was comparing this kind of examples. You see, it would also be better to have a voter who got knowledge about the topic which he's voting about. So, in my opinion, democracy would never work out if you let all people vote, because not everyone knows something about it, you know. As an example, if I read the whole day books and I'm really into the topic and I can explain it, my vote has the same value as somebody who knows, maybe nothing about it, you know. So,
okay, I'm with that. Hold on, Justin. Hold on. I'm with that concept there, Lou. I'm with that 100%. Now, let me ask you a question. Who is the person that defines who's got the knowledge, whether or not this person lives on the street? Whether or not, okay, let me ask you a question. The guy's living on the street, he's homeless, right? Does that mean that he doesn't have any knowledge about the system? Does that mean that he doesn't have any knowledge about political stuff? So who is the person that makes the decision?
It's not about the money. I think a test would be the best way how to confirm somebody would be able to vote.
I think what Lou's saying is we don't need a bunch of people that have no idea about what they're talking about or voting. You need to have, if you're going to vote, you need to have some sort of knowledge of the topic.
You know what? I'm with that. I swear to God, that is a very beautiful, beautiful optimism. I got to think about that one before I actually respond, because I swear I want to try to respond with a rebuttal.
That's good. I mean, it makes sense.
I got to think about that one. That's what smart people do. They think. Hold on one second. I don't know if let me think about that one for a second.
I'm not gonna respond.
The surveillance system is ready.
I think like there's millions of people in the world, right? Are you gonna test? Are you gonna test me? Are you gonna test? You said something about democracy, but we'll talk about that in a minute. That's like another subject about democracy. You know, you don't think democracy is gonna work? But we'll talk about that word in a minute. But about the word that you said about That's a tough question, Lou.
So basically an IQ test, just a national little IQ test on something or knowledge of voting. I don't know. It'd be hard to get done. A lot of work.
Yeah, and the most
One
important
God,
stuff.
You know what? I wanna disagree with him, but I swear, I'm like, okay, knowledge about voting. I mean that but then that takes away the freedom of democracy.
Why you're not taking the freedom away? Everybody got a free choice to get enough knowledge to pass the test, So it's their own choice.
Oh God, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. Hold on. Shut up, Lou. I'm trying to think right now.
But here's the deal.
You got me on that one. You got me on that one. I'm trying to think. That's a good concept.
But how do we have like a free country that you're forcing people to take IQ tests?
Well, I think
what you're doing is but I got one that's even better. Here, I got one. You ready? I thought about it. You ready? Now Lou made a statement. He said, "Oh well, I think everybody should take an IQ test, or maybe to see if they're smart enough to vote. To where they know about the subject that they're talking about." Now, my question to you is, what's the determination to say that Hillary Clinton is any better than Donald Trump in whose eyes? In whose so just because you take an IQ test, you took an IQ test, but does that say that you are any more knowledgeable than the person that's voting for Hillary Clinton if you're voting for Trump? How about that?
I like that.
I think that somebody who got the knowledge wouldn't vote for Clinton or wouldn't write for Trump, because
that's not a true statement. That's an absolutely false statement, and I don't mean to disagree with you in a strong manner, but that's a super false statement, because a lot of people vote for Trump because he was on The Apprentice. A lot of people vote for Trump because he's got fucking properties and he's a businessman. Look, I thought about voting for Trump because I was like, you know what? He's a successful guy. I gave Trump a chance. And I say, you know what? He's a business guy. He knows how to make businesses work. And to be all honest with you, the country is a business. I'm with that. But then, if you're not the way that he thinks, that was my turnoff. That was my big turnoff. So, but back to what I was saying. You say that if they're knowledgeable, if you only got two candidates, right, Lou? If you only got two candidates, and one is Donald Trump and one is Hillary Clinton, who's to say who's more knowledgeable if they take an IQ test? I bet you both of them would come out. If there's 1 million people over here and 1 million people over here, they're going to be equally as knowledgeable. All right, well, Hillary Clinton is this way because, or Donald Trump is this way because. You understand?
Well, it's important that their decision isn't based on their feelings or on something like greed that my company could expand as a business owner. It should be about
Hey Lou, when you say it should, you're talking about people in the world that come in here that are trolls. So how can you say that if it ain't people vote because people will vote for the guy because he's white? People will vote for the guy because he saw him on The Apprentice. People will vote for the guy because he's got... What'd you say?
That's why we test them.
The test ain't gonna make... The test isn't gonna make a difference. People pass fucking lie detector tests all the time, Lou. I'm throwing it out there. I'm being optimistic with you. I'm being optimistic. You threw some shit out there. You made me think.
Not necessarily a fucking IQ test, but at least a comprehension test. At least let you understand a little bit about government.
Yeah, like a logical thinking and also a psychological test. Something like this.
Well, I think we're all a little crazy, but I think that this should be alright.
That's why I said this is the next best step if you have a democracy which has the opportunity to vote already. But in my opinion, democracy, which we talked about earlier, isn't a choice at all, you know. So there must be another system which is way better for the humanity than the democracy.
Well, you either have communists or you have democracy. That's all you got, brother. You either have a dictatorship or you have democracy. Now, democracy ain't perfect, and trust me. What do you think about the people over there in please don't let me say, is it Hong Kong?
Enemy drone is marked.
I think that they're fighting right now. They're fighting right now for democracy in Hong Kong. Basically, you got to understand what democracy is all about. Democracy is also the willingness and the ability to be able to speak up for what you believe in without somebody saying, I'm going to cut your hand off because you don't agree with what I believe in.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the dictatorship. I'm more talking about aristocracy.
Yeah, I'm talking about aristocracy, where somebody who really has knowledge is running the country, somebody
who is not trying to get something out of it. Somebody who is
not.
To make the best.
This is very important, and I have to cut you off. Who is in the political industry? Who's in the political business that's not trying to get anything out of it? Please tell me right now. Are you telling me that Donald Trump ain't trying to get nothing out of it right now?
That's why I said that these aren't real politicians. They are more like an actor, dressed like a politician, you know. So if we look into the dictionary, or if we like to give a definition about,
you like German food?
One moment, please. About this kind of stuff, we would say, okay, Trump isn't really the president if we look into the definition of somebody who should rule this kind of job, you know.
You know that right there is an opinion, Lou, because there's a lot of people in this country that believe that he might get voted back in right now, brother. You know, so I'm absolutely, the thing about it is you might think that I'm disagreeing with your opinion, but I'm absolutely agreeing with your opinion. But I'm looking at the masses that say, hey, we voted for him and we're going to vote for him again no matter what he does. This president said that he can go out in Central Park on right there on New York Times Square and shoot somebody and nothing will happen to him. You understand? That's what kind of, and that's, go ahead, I'm listening. I'm listening. No, I'm done. Go ahead.
That's why I said that democracy isn't working like we have the example in Germany with Hitler in the late 30s, early 40s, where he was voted by the people, but
you like Hitler, right?
But every other generation asks their grandpas and grandmothers how was you able to vote for him, you know, and they couldn't understand it.
You want me to tell you why it doesn't work, Lou? I got the answer for you. The answer, the reason why it doesn't work is because it's all about money. If there was no money, then there would be no power. If there was nothing that people could, if there was no food, like people fighting over food, you know what I mean? Nobody to fight for anything over, you know what I mean? There would be no power like that. So it's all about money.
Andre Bishop time, I'm getting all these subs all day, every day, all week.
Money, but don't forget that money is only the tool to gain power. At the end, the most important thing is the power.
Okay, I got one for you. So since you're talking to me, I'm going to speak as the masses. You know, if Mike agrees with you, how many people agree with your concept right now, Lou?
Not many, because they aren't thinking about it like me, you know. They don't put the time in it, and they don't look into history and compare it, how it all came up, you know. The old Greeks invented it in ancient Greek, you know, so you need to look up where it all started and what was the idea behind it to have all this kind of different systems.
Hey, let me ask you a question. You know what my pops told me one time? I think I said to him one time, man, this little stuff is bothering me. He said, well, if you had your space, that little stuff, that little teeny stuff wouldn't bother you. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the subject was about, but that's the most important part. If you don't have your space. So what I want to say is, if everything was flourished and everybody was able to get what they wanted to get, and there was no diversity and no problems in life, in the world, as far as getting anything, and everybody was equal, then what do people have to fight for then? There would be nothing to fight for.
No purpose.
Everybody got what they want. Everybody got what they want. You got a house, you got a car, you got a bunch of money, you can get what you want. This guy got a house, he got a car, he got a bunch of money. Well, what the fuck you gonna fuck with him for? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's more important about the necessary things. Like food and yeah, of course, like a roof over your head, you know. This kind of stuff is the most important, and if we can get sure that everybody gets the necessary things, you are right, then a guy wouldn't maybe use a baseball bat to beat up an old lady to steal her back, you know, so you are right about it.
Why would he use a baseball bat to beat up an old lady if he's got a bunch of money in his pocket? He can get some drugs, he can buy, he's got his car right next to him, he got women next to him, he got food, he got a house, he got TV, cable. Why would he go beat up an old lady unless he has very, very bad mental intentions and deathly devil intentions? You know, then you talk about we on some other shit right now. We talk about political shit right now. Let's not talk about religious and spiritual and devil shit right now. Lou, you're already saturated with my mind right now. Don't go there with the devil shit right now, partner.
I didn't say something about this.
Oh no, you just started the devil shit right now, Lou.
Yeah, started the devil shit.
You have been exercised, Lou.
Listen, you are the devil. You're the devil. Who's calling the devil? Oh,
exercise your demons, Lou.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to do it.
Oh, I'm shooting people in the face. I'm exercising mine.
So you are putting oil in the fire, right?
Oil on the fire.
Kill all the hostiles. Every last one.
Like, you need to get a podcast going. You would lose. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and you also you have also a great point of a view on this stuff.
No, it's cool because you guys both had, I don't know, there's no dull moment. It was like one after the other.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it too.
You know what it's called? It's called enlightening yourself and just getting other knowledge and broaden your horizons to different perspectives. You know, different mindsets.
That's
you know, not everybody thinks alike, man. I don't want to be in denial to anything Lou says. I actually want to listen to him and make him bend my mentality. Make me think. Make my motherfucking ass think. You made me think, Lou. I ain't gonna forget about the voter and that kind of stuff and, you know, take a test. If you can go in there and you can vote, you can take a motherfucking 5-minute motherfucking test to see if you qualify to vote. I'm with that. I swear to God, I'm with that.
Right? I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of like getting
it really does. It really fucking does.
You need to
I don't like the fact. I don't like the fact that Lou thought about that shit, but I mean, you know, it makes sense.
It's for the sake of the country. I mean, so you know, I think it's important. I think it's. You know, I mean, back in the day, they used to put you in there and make you vote. They drag your ass out. They shave your head and your mustache off and make you go back in and vote again. I mean,
but I will say this. I want to say this on everything in my mama. Voting was a very, very important part when it came to slavery. We were never able to vote. So for you to make us take a test now, when the motherfuckers never had to take a test in the beginning, that might fuck with motherfuckers. Think about that concept. How about that?
I like that one. You know, because women, for the longest time, right? Like, women couldn't vote? Is that what the deal is?
That's right. That's exactly right.
So it's the same situation with another group of people. So
now all of a sudden you gonna make us take a fucking test now, Lou? Right. Lou, don't be. Hey, I know you're in Germany, Lou, and I ain't gonna go there. But goddamn, Lou, are you serious? You gonna make niggas take tests now?
That's a good point. I like that one because I think that the white guy and the black guy is equal to each other, so they can both make a test. You know, why should one be worse than the other one?
I disagree with that concept.
Why?
I disagree with that concept because of the geographical basis of where certain people live, that they have better education than other people that live in certain places. So I kind of disagree with that concept just a little bit, because not everybody in every geographical, not everybody, you know, you might have a white person that live in the suburbs that got great teachers, and then you got the black people that live, or the Mexicans that live in the hood, that they got mediocre teachers that don't give a fuck, that don't want to give the effort to teach the children because they're nervous teaching in the hood anyway. You know?
Let me ask something. Is this the whole point of testing this? You don't have people vote like that? Or is it, you know what I mean?
And I think that there are many holes in the system, so we maybe need to rethink the educational system too, because like Mike said, we need to keep sure that everybody has a chance for the same education, you know, whether he's living in the suburbs or somewhere else, you know.
You can't do that, Lou, because geographically the way that people live is like, for example, if you're a woman, right, you're a teacher and your husband is a success, you happen to be white, but we're going to go white because the country is dominated by white people, let's be honest. So if you happen to be white and your husband's a doctor and you're a teacher, right? So now you live in a real nice area. So now you have a child. So your child, what happens is all the good teachers, a lot of the good teachers don't want to teach in the hood. So they migrate to the better areas. It happened in California when I was growing up. In California, in LA, they don't have the good teachers. all the people in all the good schools. How about this? When you were growing up, maybe not you, but in America, people got private schools. The private schools, the teachers really, there's only 30 people that go to that private school, 40 people. And those students get that real hardcore education based on money. They got the money to put them in the private school, so it's not the same.
Well, of course, I can feel you on this problem, but I think we would also came back to something like if you have an injury, as much as you would like to support the hoods and somebody who's doing an operation in their backyard, you won't go to him, you know. As far as you love to go to him to support it, you would rather go to somebody who's educated.
You're only gonna go to somebody that's educated if you can afford it. If you ain't got insurance, you might wind up sitting there and suffering for the rest of your motherfucking born days till they come out with a new program. There's a lot of people in America, Lou, that aren't able and don't have that financial assistance to where they can just go and run to a doctor because they don't have that insurance. And there's a big thing about insurance, and you can't really mention insurance to me because I'm gonna break it down with insurance. Number one, the insurance companies don't want to take anything. There was a big thing about Obamacare. Do you know what Obamacare is, Lou?
Yeah, of course. We got this system was taken a little bit from the German system. The idea behind it.
Okay. Well, since you say you know what Obamacare is, please help me out. So just tell me, give me a little bit of information about what you know about it, so then I know we're on the same level.
Yeah, if you need to go to the doctor, you are insurance and you just need to show your card. But I think you need to pay taxes and this kind of stuff.
Right, absolutely. But you were in Canada. In Canada, you can go in there. You're insured. The Canadian people are insured to go to the doctors. Okay, so what Obama tried to do was Obama tried to say, we're not going to let the insurance companies say no to people that don't have money. That's what Obamacare was all about. We're not going to let the insurance companies are the big. Okay, when you go to big cities, what's the biggest buildings that you see?
Most banks and insurance companies.
That's exactly right, because I told you that. Ha, you little fucker. I told them that. Banks and insurance companies. When you go to big cities right there, Chicago, you see big ass motherfucking Chase Bank, fucking 100 stories fucking big. You know what I mean? You see insurance companies. Big as fuck. Any big city that you go to, I hit 48 states in motherfucking 11 days. I done seen all the motherfucking big ass buildings all over the country. And they're all insurance companies and they're all banks. Look, what happens is the insurance companies say, we have the ability to say no to you because we provide quality service. But then the people that are actually hurt and that actually are in need are like, hey, hold on one second, man. Just, I'm an American, man. I'm hurting right now and I ain't got no money. Well, if you ain't got the insurance companies are like, well, if you ain't got no money, we can't help you. Well, it's all about money, man. And I understand that the doctors, think about the doctors. The doctors are getting paid millions and they are refusing service to motherfuckers. These motherfuckers are dying over here and you ain't going in there and helping them out because they're dying. Think about that. But it's all about money. Because if I go in there, let me finish this last point. Because if I go in there and help one person, then I gotta go in there and help everybody. And I ain't got enough time as a doctor because I got a family and I got kids to go in there and help everybody for free. I went to school for this shit. I don't gotta go in there and help everybody. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm done.
Well, I think that a doctor shouldn't be greedy, like saying, I like to get the biggest and the most expensive car and house. I think if you choose to be a doctor, you should be free of this kind of thoughts, and the most important thing should be that you like to help other people, whether they could pay you or not. And every doctor is fearing it when they read the first pages from Hippocrates, old Greek doctor who made up this kind of stuff, like you need to help everybody, whether he is rich or has no money.
It's not like that. They sign the client, they sign the doctor agreement. The nurses are supposed to be there to help the people. Man, nurses sign up to be a nurse, but yet do you actually think nursing is a tough job? Doctoring, I would say nursing is a very tough job because you got patients that are mad as a motherfucker because they're hurting. You know what I mean? And there's only one person. There's only one person that the patients can be pissed off at and take their shit out on, and that's the nurse. Because the doctor come in and be like, hold on one second, what'd you say to me? You wanted pain meds? Keep talking to me like that. I got some pain. Give him some Tylenol ones. He ain't getting no morphine. Give him a Tylenol. Give him one. You know what I mean? Fuck with me as a doctor. I'll show you something. You'll be in pain all night. And then you keep calling. Well, the doctor said no. I'm sorry. The nurse said, well, the doctor said no. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Oh! You know what I'm saying? You don't fuck with the doctors, man.
It's like you don't fuck with people serving food.
And your cocktail waitresses.
Oh, well, you know what I was trying to tell you? A key witness in that Geiger case, a key witness for he lives right across the street from the guy that got killed. Somebody just fucking killed his ass in front of his apartment building.
Just recently?
Yeah, like it was in the last 24 hours.
He was a key witness?
He was a key witness.
Bet you it was the police.
It was a young black guy that lived right across from him, talking about how he would hear him in there, singing his gospel music and stuff like that. And I think he heard stuff that went on that day, but yeah, he ended up getting killed.
Hey Lou, what we need to do, and I hate to say anybody that's watching the stream, is when natural events happen, we need to be on it like a chicken hawk. Oh, what happened to Oktoberfest? They had Oktoberfest explosions right now. Lou, you in Germany, what happened? You don't even know. What? Right now, ask Lou, look it up in Germany right now. Oktoberfest explosions right now, bro. I know it before you. That's a goddamn shame. That's a goddamn shame, Lou.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, that American. Look at Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. It happened in Huntington Beach, California. It didn't happen in Germany. I'm so sorry, Lou. Sorry, Lou. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, baby, relax. Everybody has
it's at Oktoberfest. Not everybody has Oktoberfest because Lou just asked me about that shit.
We won't be having some Oktoberfest shit. Vegas does.
Anyway, back to serious events. When we have a real serious event, we need to go live and go on Discord. That way we have the public that has the ability to express their opinions and their views. That's very important, kind of like the discussion lab we're having right now. What I want to do is I want to create, you know how I created the video in the background with the water and me being on the water right there, Lou? I want to create a background of like the New York video, like have a New York video and then just have like the camera shooting out of the window of like a live New York scene of the cars passing by and the buildings and you know, that kind of stuff, and then have that video run for like 30 minutes and then I'll recycle it through. That way when I do commentary or we talk about something, that it looks like we have the appearance of a background of like a New York stage. Do you understand?
Why wouldn't you just do Vegas?
Yeah.
Vegas is a big city.
We could do Vegas, but it's not about Vegas. It's about getting the background. And a lot of times, we can look it up, but a lot of times they have the New York high-rises and then they have the videos of the background. Like, in order for me to get the rain background, remember the rain in the background? There's a rain video that I got going off a window, which was kind of cool. The ambiance was cool, but it's a little slow. I need a little bit more of a peppy background of like cars in the background and like a New York scene and stuff like that.
Like the traffic shit.
Yeah. But hey, Lou, just like we got the the commentator table, but have a live video in the background, and then I could put everything and overlay everything after that. I'm gonna look into that.
Something from the 80s or 90s without any copyright.
Hey, do what you got to do. Slap that. Give me something that's from the 80s and 90s that, you know, with some views. It's almost like, are you ready for this? Like a MTV. Remember back in the days when MTV would overlook the strip? But I don't want anybody in the background, but I just want the cars to pass by and just something like that. You know, just something like that in the background, and then we'll put the overlays of the faces in there.
Yeah, and we need also more clips for your stream deck, you know. You have 15 or 17 buttons, and you are not using them all, you know, so you have quite space for it.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I'm really nervous about using certain things. Like continuing to press my stream deck, because yesterday, right, I had the Pink Panther that I wanted to put up there, and everybody had to plan it till they get punched in the mouth. You know, I had that one. I know you guys want to laugh. That was funny. Everyone had to plan it till they get punched in the mouth. But anyway, I had that one with Mike Tyson and Homer Simpson, but I didn't want to put it on there because I didn't want to lose the stream, because it seems like every once in a while when I keep pressing my fucking stream deck, or if I go over to the sources, if I have the sources and that maybe a source that's not on my stream deck and I click it, I'll lose my stream. So I didn't want to keep clicking like the Daniel Cormier and the What You Talking About Willis and the Little Rascals one. That one I can keep going back and forth and I don't have no problems. Just that stream, I didn't want to lose it. So we'll keep testing, Lou. We'll keep testing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to put some more stuff on there. But we need that back. I'm going to look it up right now. I can look it up right now and try and download maybe I don't know how I would look it up. Maybe like a New York. How would you look that shit up?
Mom left her in the car while she was partying.
The TRL, what they call it? With they used to interview people with the window. They look outside. And
that's what I want right there with the people walking by.
I think
it's called like MTV TRL or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Right, but you can't.
That white boy.
You can't have no faces in the background, so you can't necessarily type in TRL because that's exclusive. Do you understand? Like if you type in TRL, you're gonna get faces and people talking in the background, and you're not just gonna get a video. You might, I don't know, maybe you might get a short clip. Maybe we can go to TRL and get like a little short clip. Is that her?
Yep.
The homeless lady?
Yep.
She's not homeless no more. Bet that. Bet that. Hey, did you guys hear about the subway singer, that opera singer? I don't know how my girl told. Let me tell you about her. Hold on. She was a homeless lady, and a cop took a video of her, I guess, and posted it on Facebook of her singing in a subway in New York. And she was beautiful, and her shit went viral. And now she's actually on the news right now doing an event in San Pedro. And I just got to telling my girl just now, I said she's not homeless anymore. She was homeless in yeah. Hey, if she's going all the way to San Pedro, California to do an opera event, she's definitely not fucking homeless. They picked her ass. Her ass went viral, bro. They scooped her ass up. Matter of fact, my girl just told me 2 hours ago, hey, what'd you tell her? What'd you say to me?
Yeah, I said she's not going to be poor anymore.
She's not going to be poor anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Light that up.
Make me a drink.
Oh, make your own.
Come on, I want one more drink.
No, you gotta make some Kool-Aid though.
I fucking make no goddamn Kool-Aid.
I guess you're not gonna drink.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you gotta compromise around here somewhere.
You know what? Kool-Aid is a racist statement on my stream. And don't say grape, because it's super racist.
It's not grape. strawberry and orange together.
How come it couldn't be grape and motherfucking
Because
blackberry?
I only bought strawberry and
You know what I'm
orange.
saying? Gotta be
I only
strawberry
bought
and
the
orange.
flavors I
Couldn't
like.
be grape and blackberry, right?
I only bought the flavors I like.
I got you. It's okay.
You'll drink any fucking flavor
why would you just get vanilla and lemonade?
Because if you're a true black man, if you're a true black man, you're gonna drink any fucking flavor Kool-Aid I bring home.
You know she's right about that one.
He'll even lemonade, pink lemonade.
I laid it up and you gonna lay back? I gotta bring it to you, right?
Make Kool-Aid so I can make you drink.
How about if I walk this over to you and you make some Kool-Aid?
No, I'll sit up.
That's fucked up. She'll sit up and extend her arm out. Dirty bitch. Lou says, why do you call your girl a dirty bitch, Mike? Because we can talk like that, man.
I've been doing shit all motherfucking day.
Nah, when you go, I've noticed that you know the woman for a while. Yeah, it's cool like that.
It really ain't no disrespect, bro.
No.
I'll kill a motherfucker for my girl, bro. I mean, whether or not, you know, we don't get along or not, we don't get along 90% of the time, but we got a child together. But, I mean, we got history.
All right.
We got super history. You know what I mean? So, you know, even though we don't get along, you know, we joke. One thing I could say is we could laugh together. And the reason why is because I have shitty underwear on and she'll have shitty underwear on and we laugh at each other. Right. Oh, here's a bloody. My bad. Anybody watching the stream, don't listen to what I said. Hey, great benefactor. The problem is I got booted off the stream. Great. What up? What up, Lou?
That's why you had to make the stream, right? Back in the day.
Yeah, you know what? You're the only motherfucker that be creating shit just for fucking Lou to see. Lou says, hey, go down there, outlaw Pokemon. Lou only did that shit so he could laugh his ass off.
No,
the whole time.
Me to laugh.
The whole time I was down there on the strip, Lou was snickering his ass off the whole. Hey, Lou had a fucking party at his house, all his German family. Hey, do you see this dumbass American on the Las Vegas Strip looking for Pokemon? You see this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Lou set me up, that motherfucker set me up. Fuck my good time, you set me up.
I enjoyed it tremendously.
You see, Mike, we all got a good time. All me and my German brothers.
Right, yeah, all you motherfuckers are laughing at me, boy. And I can just imagine what you Germans were saying. You guys see that nigga right there? That nigga, look at him. Look at him, he tried to catch a putt. Hey, he just missed out on the silver Pokemon. That nigga right there just missed out right there. By the way, all you youngsters, I can say that shit. When you get older than me, then you can tell me what to say. How about that? If you ain't older than me, you can't tell me shit.
That's kind of how I If you're older than me, I respect you. If you're younger than me, then shut the fuck up.
You know, the Lord blessed me with the ability. Other than having millions of dollars and traveling all over the world, the Lord's blessed me with a lot of life experiences. A lot. Whether it be fun, good, bad, or indifferent, you name it. I've probably been around it.
What would you say as getting or having as much experience as you have is the sense of life?
Man, I ain't even touched the fucking sense of life, bro. Because I don't think I live my life in the righteous fashion that I should on a day-to-day basis. I'm just saying. I think if I live my life a little bit more righteously, then I might see a little bit more light. And that's just being honest with myself.
I think that you are right about it, and it's an important fact that you could see it, what's standing in front of you, you know, to get enlightened a little bit more, you know.
You know, Lou, nobody's perfect, but I would hope that somebody would learn something. You know, I went to the bathroom, and I don't want to say I shook my dick when I thought about you, but, you know,
What are you gonna do, right?
I was taking a piss. And I had an epiphany. And I say, you know what, I speak to Lou an awful lot. And I probably speak to Lou a lot more than people that best friends speak on the telephone. Can I consider Lou like a best friend? Could I consider Lou like a best friend? I mean, because I speak to you more than I speak to my motorcycle guys. I speak to you more than I speak to anybody in my life. I speak to you more than I speak to my girl almost. You know what I mean? That says a lot. And I swear on my mama, I feel that you feel the same way. You ain't gotta say it though. You ain't gotta say it. It's okay. I know that I'm your best friend, Lou. I know.
I think that we could understand each other, you know. I can see what you are working with, like having strong minds, sets, and that you know that sometimes, what could I say, the feelings are standing in the way to make the right choice, so you got a deep look on life, you know, not many people.
What could I say? It's